Hello my beautiful souls, it's your girl Be The Truth. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all already know, okay? Every time you see me on the screen, it's time for you to get a message. Except today is a special video, okay? This is a about me video because I've had so many questions since I started growing this soul family, okay? About moi, okay? So let's get into it. Let's get straight into it, alright? First things first, if y'all didn't already know, my name is V. Okay, I am 24 years old and I am from Houston, Texas, or I currently live in Houston, Texas. I was actually born in Tübingen, Germany. Yes, I am an immigrant. Okay, get with it. All right, that's why I know all the things that I do, because I tell y'all that I swear, just being an immigrant and just having that experience and having to assimilate into American society, I feel like that taught me so much, and it's brought me the insight that I have to this day, okay, especially as an adult, now being able to see different things politically, okay, in society and all those different things. It's like, it gives you a different insight, and I'm really grateful for it, even though, you know, when I first moved here, kind of made me sad that people weren't like accepting of me. You know, people made fun of my accent. I didn't have no accent, because I looked back at the old videos and stuff of me being younger, and I'm like, I just sounded like a kid. I didn't have an accent. Now I might have an accent. I sound like a southerner for real. But back then I was like, I don't know. But anyways, let's hop into the next thing. Okay, my big three. I'm an Aquarius sun, a Sagittarius moon, and a Leo rising. Okay, so happy birthday to all the Leos. We're about to move into Leo season. I'm so excited because I feel like this is why I'm doing this video. Like, this is so in alignment with my Leo rising. Wow, look at the universe. Look at the universe, right? Okay, third question that I always get asked a lot is about my spiritual journey, especially how I got into tarot and how did I start healing work, okay? So first things first, I started getting into my spiritual journey at the end of 2018. I started using art as my therapy. I started using art to kind of think about my traumas and I guess process them and stuff in my head while doing the artwork, and that really helped me. And I actually got my cat as well. She appeared to me, okay? I tell you all the time, cats choose you, you don't choose cats, okay? And I found her at a Kroger's, and that really jump-started my whole spiritual journey because I've always wanted a cat. I felt like cats were very spiritual animals. I felt like cats always choose you, and it was just so crazy because as soon as I put it out into the universe, I was like, you know what, I'm ready for my spiritual journey. I'm ready to have a familiar or a companion that's gonna help me, and bam, Ferrari comes into my life, okay? And it's just so beautiful because she's the best. She's the best. If y'all watch my lives, y'all know she's the best, okay? She makes guest appearances every now and then, and she's just the best, okay? Cats are literally like walking healing crystals. Like, they walk around and they just be trying to heal you. When they're purring, they're trying to heal you, okay? But as far as getting into tarot and healing work, I was interested since the end of 2018 into all of 2019. However, I did not get the call, I guess, to dive into it until after my mom passed. Now, before my mom passed, I already knew. It was I've always been psychic, okay? But I've always ignored all the signs that came with me being psychic. I've always ignored all the signs of the universe and stuff before my mom passed. And it was kind of like when she passed, it kind of pushed me into having to just really dive into me and myself and start living for who I am. That's why I feel like whenever your parents transition, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It means that they're done with whatever their purpose was in this lifetime. You know what I mean? They're done with their journey. They're done with whatever lessons they needed to teach you, you know, and now it's time for them to move on to their next journey, which is to lead and guide you, you know, on the spiritual side. And you know, before she passed, she told me, she was like, you know, you told me when you were younger that when you were 23 you would do something with your life. And it was crazy because she passed away in May, and in September I finally got certified as a Reiki master. So I basically spent the whole summer after my mom transitioned to getting into Reiki, getting into tarot, just kind of really diving into my spiritual journey and dealing with, you know, my dark night of the soul and all of that. And I really just started reading cards and stuff in September, literally last year, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy because of the amount of wisdom, knowledge, insight, and just how how much my power has grown since then. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy because from the jump, when I first started reading cards, I've always been on points with all my readings. But it took me until like March of this year to actually start putting myself out there on YouTube, like consistently, start putting myself out there on TikTok more consistently. And it was more of like, because I guess the standard is that, you know, normally it's age. It's always age. It's always how many years have you been doing this? You know what I mean? That defines how talented or how gifted that you are at something. But what I notice is that a lot of people, especially younger people, are getting into spiritual work, getting into healing work, and they're highly gifted. Highly gifted. There are some amazing psychic mediums out there. There are some amazing readers out there, okay, that not necessarily have been doing this for years. Even though there are good ones that have been doing it for years, there are some that have only been doing it for a couple years, maybe a year, less than a year, okay, that are amazing. And I feel like we don't get the credit that we deserve because people have this preemptive standard, like, oh, okay, like just how like they feel like you had to go to school and get a degree for you to be an expert in something. You know what I mean? I feel like I've worked in jobs where I don't have a degree, but I had more experience and more insight and more like knowledge about whatever it is than somebody who did come in with a degree. You know what I mean? Like you would end up training somebody, like me not having a degree would end up training somebody who did have a degree in whatever profession it is that you're in, you know? And it's just, it's wild, but it's also beautiful because at the same time you start to see that, like, you know, you're not meant for a traditional path. And I feel like that was the main thing. Like I started realizing that me working in corporate wasn't really working out anymore, and that's when I quit my job and started working with my parents. And then from there I quit working with my parents and just going full time and just kind of like really putting my trust in the universe, because it's scary when you quit your job, you quit that steady income. It's kind of like, it's hard because yes, you feel like you're free, but at the same time you feel like you're compromising yourself because you're like, dang, I had the steady income, but now I have to kind of like depend on the universe to provide for me. But the thing is, like, you got to remember that when you are working a 9-to-5 and stuff, you are already compromised. You're basically a labor slave for these people because you're working and you're only making money on the time that you're working. I feel like working for yourself, yes, it's harder because you have to come up with all the tools and resources and stuff to help you get to where you want to be. But at the end of the day, when you look back on it, it's all you. Like, it's all you. Like, you did all of that work. So I feel like if anybody is watching this that feels like, oh, I want to take that leap and quit my job and like start doing what I want to do full time, whatever makes me happy, do it. Do it. Because I promise you, even if you're sitting at home and you ain't got no money, you would be so much happier than sitting at your job being unhappy, getting paid hourly. Okay, and when you find that actual happiness in having nothing, I promise you, okay, the universe is going to bless you with so much more abundance than you could have ever imagined. Okay? Let's see what other questions I got before I get off track. Okay, I always get asked about my necklaces as well, okay? My necklace that I'm wearing right now is a labradorite, okay? This is a nine-tailed fox carved into a labradorite. If y'all know where the nine-tailed fox is from, comment in the comments. Let's see, we got some anime fans in here, okay? But my favorite crystal would have to be labradorite because, I mean, I love labradorite, okay? But I also love selenite. Bam! Okay, I love selenite. I always recommend selenite for people who don't know what crystals to take. Selenite is so great because it does not need to be charged. It's so powerful. Okay, it charges other crystals. All you gotta do is put them like that on top of it, and it clears away negative energy. So it's a great thing to have, to hold after a long day at work. It's a great thing to have on you if you come in contact with a lot of different energies throughout the day. Wow, it's 11:11. So yeah, it's just a great thing to have. Let me see. Favorite decks. I feel like this is a hard one. I feel like ever since I started only getting decks that I'm drawn to, all of the decks that I own are my favorite, okay? But my first favorite deck was the Trip and Wait deck by Tarot Collectibles. And this is just like the regular, you know, a Rider-Waite deck except in color. Yeah, in color, okay? So it's like really like rainbow themed. It has all these like super colorful, you know, renditions of the traditional tarot. And it's cute because, like, you know, they add little peace signs and all that. So it's really like hippie-like, and I really liked it. And then I recently got the Rainbow Heart Tarot, which is one of my clients' favorite. Okay, y'all love this one for like the collective readings and stuff. And this one, same thing. It's just colorful. I feel like all of my decks are very colorful, and I made it that way because I'm a colorful ass person. So why the fuck not have colorful ass decks? Okay, period. All right, and that's my favorite tarot decks. But as far as my oracle deck, this is one of my favorite oracle decks. It is my newer one. It's the Prism Oracle, and it just lets you know what energies and stuff that you're moving in and out of, and I love it. I love it because each one is a different color, and y'all know colors correspond with different chakras, and so I love it because it helps me, I guess, like tap into with other people's energies and stuff more. I feel like I'm a great reader without the cards. However, a lot of people kind of need the cards to feel like you're saying something right. It's kind of like they want what you're saying to match up with the cards so that they have proof that what you're saying is what spirit is saying, even though you really could just channel the messages without the cards. And I feel like now we're starting to move into a place where channeled messages are more accepted, because I feel like channel messages are better, to be honest. I feel like channel messages are more powerful than tarot or oracle because you're channeling straight from source. You're channeling straight from your heart. You're not going by what a piece of paper says. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Let me see. Oracle deck. The Self-Care Oracle, Sacred Self-Care Oracle, is also one of my favorites. I use it a lot in my readings. I love the artwork. I love the messages that come from it's an overall great deck. I've always gotten really great insights from it. People love the Self-Care Oracle. It helps you tap in with self-care, you know what I mean? Sometimes you forget about that, and it helps you tap in with that. My other favorite deck is also the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck. This one is one of my favorites. Yeah, expect the best so you can receive the best, okay? It's one of my favorites because this one is one of the ones that I use at the end, like after I do my tarot and oracle, because it confirms, baby, okay? It confirms everything that I said throughout the reading, and it just like, bam, like, here's another, if you needed another explanation, you needed another like proof, bam, here it is, okay? And my last but not least favorite is going to be the Soul Journey Lessons cards, okay? And I love these because I guess they tell you about a certain lesson that you're learning at that time, and it also gives you like an affirmation. So for example, this one is relationships, and it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I feel like it reminds me of the different lessons that we're going through, and then it gives you an affirmation to kind of like positively reinforce it, okay? Like for example, adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay, I love these. I'll link them all below so that y'all can get them if y'all want, okay? He made a guest appearance. This is Ferrari, the best cat ever. All right, baby. All right. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am married, okay? Yes, I'm young and I'm married. Mind your own business, okay? Don't be mad because you ain't found the love of your life yet, okay? You need to start to learn how to love yourself first. This is why I preach self-love so much, because that's how I met my husband. This is a little Polaroid of us. Aren't we cute? So cute, so cute. Okay, anywho. I've been married since 2019. Me and my husband met in 2015. If y'all want a story time about that, let me know, because it's kind of a long story, but it's one of my favorite stories, okay? What else? Tattoos. I always get asked about my tattoos. Okay, so I guess let's get into it. I was like, I might as well do a tattoo tour as well. Okay, so these roses, I have 4 roses, which I got done by the same artist that did the roses, the dove, and the loyalty right here. Okay, it was actually in a garage. I don't recommend doing that because for many different reasons. I got scarred pretty badly doing this one right here on my bicep because they were a little heavy-handed. And then the same thing with the roses. I had scarring, however I had to get it recovered and redone, so these roses are actually redone again because they started to fade. I got my dog Cairo right here. I got my husband right here. He's doing the little peace sign. And then I have a butterfly for my mom. I have my mom on this side. I got this one last year when she passed. And then I have, me and my husband have matching, hold on, let's see. Okay, me and my husband have matching king and queen tattoos. And then I have one left in the back, which is the Versace. Yes, that is the Medusa head. But I think that's it. I think that's it. Ferrari, what? She coming over here messing with me now because I asked her if she wanted to make a guest appearance. Meow, meow. You are so photogenic. Look at you. You're so cute. You're so cute. So pretty like mama. But I think that's about it. If y'all have any more questions for me, okay, let me know down in the comments and I'll do a follow-up video with all of the questions that y'all have, okay? But I probably will wait and make sure that I have a whole bunch of questions specifically from y'all, so that way I can make a longer video, you know, letting y'all know who I am. But as always, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.